I'm Lee Hogan and welcome to MXTV. My co-host Brendan Bell is away for 3 weeks on assignment, so I'll be steering the ship alone. On today's show, we've got a cracker in for you. On this week's show, Belly joins the industry on the annual ADB industry ride. Macca sits down with MX legend Hecky McCullough. We interview Team Husky rider Jason Anderson. We'll give a first look at the KX58 project bike. And Belly rides the current AMA Supercross Champions bike. Good luck with that, Belly. Hope you've been doing your bicep curls. First up, we interview Rockstar Energy Husqvarna's Jason Anderson.
With us now is factory Husqvarna rider. Everybody would know who this face is. Of course, it's Jason Anderson. Jason, welcome back to MXTV again, mate. Thanks very much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Jason, first up is how wrapped were you when the three of you guys were on the podium at Detroit? How cool was that?
Yeah, that was super cool. You know, just all of us working together, and you know, you see the hard work that everyone puts in, all that stuff. So it was cool to see it come together, and all of us were up front, and we kind of just followed each other the whole main event, and ended up all three on the podium, which never really happens, you know, in this sport, for three guys to be training together and three guys to be on the podium like that. And especially because we work so closely with, you know, our bikes and stuff like that. You know, it's really a team effort. You know, it's not like we're battling each other and like hiding secrets or anything. We're open books to each other and trying to just, you know, hopefully we're the best three guys out there every night. That's our goal.
So, second year with Eldon at the Baker factory. All this facility is sort of almost set now.
Yeah.
What do you think about this facility?
I think it's good. I think it's second to none. We have everything here. We have our lockers, our station for our practice mechanics to work on our bike. We got a track guy. We got 2 supercross tracks. I mean, basically everything you need, you know, to get the job done and test and do the whole program.
Is there something that you think will drive you to be faster than these two guys? Like, how is it that, because you do the same thing day in, day out, all three of you, how is it that you can be faster than the other two guys? Like, how do you work in your mind to go, I'm doing the same stuff, how do I be faster?
You just do it. You know, there's something deep down inside of you that you just have to pull out, and you got to figure it out, you know? You know, it's, at the end of the day, I feel like it's just hard work and determination, and you got to be determined to, you know, want to win and want to be the best week in and week out, and you can't really let the sight of the main goal leave your mind. You know, you got to always want that championship and stuff like that.
There's one thing I really admire about yourself is when you are behind a rider, it's no, I'm sitting behind him.
Yeah.
You take the opportunity. What goes through you once you're, you know, you might get a bad start or you might be a couple behind. What goes through your mind? Because you see so many riders that just follow for a lap or two.
Yeah.
You are in there and it's on.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you're trying to get points and you're trying to do good and you're trying to put your bike up there, because if you stay behind them for the whole main event, your team's gonna be like, what the heck's going on?
Yeah.
And then if you pass them, you definitely are catching those front guys and you have a chance, you know, to make money and on the podium and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, I feel like it's not like it's personal to, like, you know, come in and pass those dudes as quick as I am or anything like that. I'm just trying to do my best and, you know, make a paycheck and do what I want to do. You know, it's not always about the paycheck. I just want to do good for myself as well. But you know, they both play a big part in, you know, trying to get to the front and, you know, make those moves as quick as possible.
And when you look at those moves, is it a matter of either waiting for them to make a mistake, or do you just go, I don't care, this is the corner I'm passing at?
When you're in the moment, you don't really, you know, not too much
thought goes into it.
I mean, it's kind of reaction, you know? So, yeah. I mean, at some point you got to try and make it happen, because the thing is, if you let Kenny get the whole shot and let him go for 3 laps, and you're just trying to pass these dudes behind him for 3 laps, he's gone. You know, so you gotta make sure and make it happen. And like I said, you just got to dig deep and find something and pull it out and make it happen.
All right, well, no trip to America would never ever include a trip down to the Baker factory and my good friend Eldon Baker. How are you, buddy? Good to see you.
Good to see you, Brendan. Great to have you back.
It is, mate. Look at this place. It's changed since we were here last year. And talking about last year, my man, you did say I could ride the bikes if I come back.
You're right. I said it, so Come on, man, suit up. Jeez, that was good, man. Quick turnaround, you ready to go?
I'm not mucking around, mate. This is a once in a lifetime. I'm gonna go and thrash that thing.
Don't turn it a new one.
Here's a chance in a lifetime. Eldon's let me have a ride, and so has Ryan let me have a ride on his bike. Ryan's even left his Oakley goggles, so I think I'll give these a go as well. Can't wait to get on this. Okay, so let me tell you about Ryan Dungey's bike. Everybody wants to know about how fast is the engine. Well, you'd be very surprised that it's quite stock to me, the feel of it. Obviously, if you rev it, it goes very fast, but it has a very smooth power. There's no big kick in it. This engine is built for traction and traction only. I found it quite difficult to actually stop it in neutral. So obviously, this is something that they look for, that they can't hit neutral. And the bike gearing is very smooth between gears. It's quite easy to click a gear, you don't miss gears. The suspension is very hard, obviously, for Ryan's riding ability. My ability, it was way too stiff, but I was so surprised that the bike never kicked out, but you do have to ride it fast for it to do that. So there you go. Factory bikes aren't that different to a stock bike, other than some of the parts that work very, very well. Obviously with a 450, the power is there. They just build these bikes so that it is personalised for their riding style. Obviously different riders have different styles and different bike setup.
Welcome back to MXTV, thanks to Swan Insurance. Well, earlier in the year, Macca got to catch up with 4-time world MX champion Heikki Mikkola at Classic Dirt. Let's hear what he had to say.
Okay, welcome to MXTV, and I've caught up here with 4-time world champion Heikki Mikkola. How are you, Heikki? Welcome to the show.
Okay, thank you.
Very
Thank you
good.
very much.
So this is your first time in Australia.
Yes, first time here. Yes.
You rode for Husqvarna. Why did you change from Husqvarna to Yamaha?
I think 76 when I driving in the last year's Husqvarna, and then I'm not so very happy for bike that time, and then I think about I stop in the race, no more racing in. But then Yamaha contact me, and then I think about okay, then I have sport bike, and then I go few years more.
How much better was going from Husky to Yamaha? Much better bike at the time?
I think in the Yamaha much more possibility to make these bikes good. Husqvarna is small factory. They have maybe not money enough to make bikes good.
Did you have much input into what the bike would do?
Every time when we go practice, we testing in the bike.
Yep.
Every time. That's the reason why I make good result also in the Grand Prix, because I can make my bike almost good in every track.
When you first started Grand Prix racing, you were literally by yourself. You had no team. You just rode by yourself.
Yes. I bring myself motorcycle in everywhere, and I mechanic myself. I do everything myself. Yeah.
How much different was it when you finally got onto a team and everything was done for you?
Much more easier than you can go in the East Grand Prix by plane, and you don't need to take so much time for traveling. You have more time to training and more easy, relax. And
what was your favourite bike?
of course, when I changed in Husqvarna to Yamaha, then Yamaha is feeling much very good, very good. And then that helped me much because I can testing much, and then I know better what is how it's working. Yeah.
So in all the years, who was your biggest competitor, your biggest rival?
And 250 time Russian driver in Moisev. We have many concurrents.
Yes.
And then of course in Yamaha time in the 500 Grand Prix in Roger de Coster. And we are very good friend for Roger also.
Yeah, okay.
Every race fighting.
Yeah. So Heikki, what do you think of Classic Dirt, the event?
Oh, when we coming here 1 hour ago, it looks very big and very nice. Many different bikes and old bikes, new, almost new. I think not new bike, but it's looking very good.
Have you signed many autographs yet?
Some already, but I think so. I need to do more later.
Well, I have a wonderful electronic invention I want you to see. It looks something like this.
All right, it's morning time. We're just about to leave on the ADB industry ride. Got a lot of guys here, probably about 25 of us, and it's rained all night, so it's going to be wet, that's for sure. That was Con that just walked by there. He's the trail master. Hopefully, he's going to take us on some trails that aren't so gnarly or wet, which he can get into some gnarly stuff up here, that's for sure. He knows his stuff. Come on, mate. Tell us, what are we installed for today?
Mate, carnage. Today's full carnage. No, it shouldn't be too bad. It's pretty wet and it's going to be pretty nasty, but we'll be fine.
Have you got alternate routes, like, you know,
got
chicken routes?
Mate.
Is there chicken routes?
Yeah, we've got super rooster route and, yeah, soft, you know.
What bike are you on today?
I've got my steeds over here. I've got a few Shercos to choose from.
Really?
Yep. See if I can get through the fleet today. Not wreck them, just ride them all.
The industry ride is a chance for ADB to invite all the people that support us throughout the year in the magazine to come along and ride with us. And we wouldn't want to do anything else. We don't want to go go-karting, we don't want to go fishing, we want to ride. Dirt bikes is our passion, it's what we love, and it's what the industry loves too. So yeah, we invite them out, we go riding for the day, and we finish with a barbecue and drinks at the end.
Tell me, mate, what's this hill like?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Big breeze in the bottom and there's plenty of lines to get it wrong, but no, it's not too bad. Just pick the line and commit. Take the revs up, get the speed up. Hang on, Normie.
Oh, no. Yeah, just looking up ahead. Yeah, good. Maybe don't touch it.
You ain't got any
Big shoulder though, isn't it?
Take a lot to break.
Hi guys, this is Jason from the Wilson's Cool Air Motor Factory Suzuki team. Today I'm going to show you how to correctly oil your air filter. Basically, for you doing servicing of your air filter, just grab an 8mm T-bar. Some bikes are 10mm T-bars. On the Suzuki, they're an 8mm head. Grab some motor filter oil and you're good to go. Once you've removed the old dirty air filter from the motorcycle, you've got your fresh, clean air filter ready to go. Basically, it's a simple matter of just massaging and squeezing the air filter. Just start with lubing the inside of the air filter, then basically just squeeze and massage it through. Don't wring the air filter. Basically, you're stretching all the pores in the air filter itself. Just by squeezing through with the air filter, you can actually see in areas you'll come up and it'll still remain yellow and green. So you do need more air filter oil in these areas where it is yellow. Keep pouring that filter oil into the inside of the air filter so you can remove it and come through to the outside of the air filter. If you oil the outside of the air filter, it tends to struggle to get its way through, but this way you're actually squeezing it out. Make sure you got it all in there, massage it in, and you're good to go. Grab your cage, fit it back into the cage, slide it around, flip it over. You just got to pop that little plastic piece back through the center of the air filter to seal it. Grab your air filter bolt, pop it back into the bike. Some of the key things with oiling the air filter is not to wring the air filter out. Wringing the air filter actually stretches all the pores in the air filter. Massage it in and squeeze it into that. And then also an old school thing a lot of the guys used to do back in the day was grease around the outside of the air filter. Don't really need to do that too much these days because of the modal air filter oil is that tacky. Once it sets, it actually creates a good seal and you're right to go.
Welcome back to MXTV. Well, this week we get to check out our latest project bike, the Kawasaki KX58. Let's see what's been done to it.
For Belly 17 250F, we're really keen to get stuck into that bike. From the top down, we fitted the quality products from Pro Taper and with his lever assemblies, his handlebars and also his grips. We once again called upon X-Trig to supply us triple clamps. We've fitted a lot of States MX stuff again. We've fitted the new Signature Series wheels to Brendan's bike for this season. We've married up some Pirelli MX32 tyres for him, so he's got no excuse at the motocross track anymore. We've fitted up Pro Taper sprocket, arcade chain. We've also fitted a HGS 4-stroke exhaust system for him. The sound out of this bike is amazing. You'll really hear this thing barking around the motocross track. Not too loud, but just right. Finally, the overall finish, once again, we've called upon Ringmaster with their quality product and top-line seat cover. These guys do make a really top-quality product and they're very durable, so hats off to those fellas. We've actually put a new Moto Stuff oversized disc rotor on the front and their new quality rear brake. So watch out for Brendan coming up the inside here at turn 1. He's got some big brakes on this thing now. Along with the brake rotors, we fitted up some lime green braided brake lines from Moto Stuff. They look really trick, they stand out, give a really good positive feel for his brakes as well.
All right, well here I am at Ride Park in Parwin for my first ride on the KX58 project bike. Now this thing is so much fun. It was a great package to start off with. The KX58, the 2017 model, is something very special this year. It really has been changed, and for the good, that's for sure. This is the first time I've dealt with HGS, and Steve at Cisco's really knows his things when he told me they do R&D on these pipes, and it really does tell. It's got a lot of bottom end mid, and it really does over rev for this, and it sounds absolutely mint. It is fantastic, it looks great, and that's a big plus for me as well. The other things that are performance based on this bike is the brakes. We've got Moto Stuff brakes, and they're not really aggressive, which is a good thing because they're actually really progressive. So the more you ease into it, the stronger they get. Now, if you do give it a handful, yeah, they're gonna stop really quick, but you can get brakes that are big rotors that just instantly come on and off. There's no feel in them. These have a bit of feel, they're quite good. Now let me talk about the most important part, it's the bling. We all want to look good, I know I do. I love it when my bike looks good. I keep them clean, it's probably the only thing I'm good at. But I tell you what, the little parts that we've got on here from States MX really does sharpen the bike up. Now it mightn't mean much just to put on some black engine plugs and a few little parts here and then, but it really does match with the colour scheme of the bike, which I like, and I think it looks super trick, this bike, and I'm sure you'll agree. And what about the wheels from States MX? How cool are these? Green hubs, black rims, unbelievable. And of course, as Brian said, they are strong rims. So if you are a serious motocrosser, you do want these rims, but for me, I just want the look. One last thing that we should note is things that are personalised on the bike. Now, I've said it before, but handlebars, grips and foot pegs are a big thing for me. The Pro Taper grips are fantastic. They're thin, they're very tacky, and also the bars are a great bend for me. I like these bars and I love the feel of the levers as well. Everything is spot on with this bike. I really enjoy it. I can't wait to ride it through the year. There's a few other things. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook because we will be putting out videos of how we update this bike. Chad's got to go through it with his suspension setup first, and then we're going to go into a few little things that might even make it better. I don't know how. It certainly looks the part, that's for sure.
Yeah, Belly certainly does love his bling, that's for sure. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of MXTV. If you missed out on anything, all you need to do is head over to the +7 app, download it, and you can watch the whole episode once again. And be sure that you've got the keywords for the Ryan Dungey giveaway, because this is the last week. Well, what a cracker of an episode. Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you tune in next week when we come back with more MXTV.